Dealers are drowning in unsold inventory. Automakers pumped out SUVs to meet skyrocketing demand, but as the hype faded, sales stalled, leaving lots packed with models no one seems to want. So, which SUVs are struggling the most? Today, we're breaking down the top 13 SUV models dealers can't sell. Some are overpriced, some have bad reviews, and some just can't compete. If you're shopping for an SUV, this list might help you find a great deal or warn you about what to avoid. Let's get into the models sitting on lots longer than dealers ever expected. Starting at number 13 is the Mercedes-Benz AMG GLE 63. Mercedes was once the ultimate dream car. They built cars that lasted forever, some even hitting 1 million miles. But things aren't the same anymore. Today's Mercedes models don't match that legendary reliability. Sure, the GLE 63 is a luxury performance beast, but it comes with big headaches. German cars are crazy expensive to fix, and repairs pile up fast. Even with a warranty, owners report fuel pump failures and electrical glitches. And when something breaks, the repair bill stings. Then there's the maintenance cost. Owning a high-performance SUV isn't cheap. Oil leaks, brake issues, and expensive parts make buyers think twice. A BMW or Audi might have similar problems, but they offer better value for the price. Well, who's buying? Die-hard Mercedes fans. They love the balance of luxury and speed and don't mind the upkeep cost. But for most buyers, the cost, reliability concerns, and high maintenance make the AMG GLE 63 a tough sell. Next up at number 12 is the Range Rover Sport. First, it's expensive. Prices start at $107,900 and climb to $210,625 for the top trims. It's packed with luxury, tech, and off-road power, but at this price, buyers expect reliability, and that's where things fall apart. The Range Rover Sport has long been one of the most unreliable SUVs, and guess what? The 2025 model keeps that streak alive. It still ranks among the least reliable new vehicles of 2025, with owners already reporting issues. Breakdowns, costly repairs, and never-ending problems make it a nightmare for long-term ownership. Depreciation doesn't help either. The moment you drive it off the lot, it loses value fast. Buyers know this, and many aren't willing to gamble. Of course, some people still love them. The luxury, performance, and brand prestige keep loyal fans coming back. However, to many drivers, the high cost, poor reliability, and steep depreciation make the Range Rover Sport a hard pass. At number 11, we have the GMC Hummer. The new GMC Hummer EV is insane. 1,000 horsepower and 11,000 pound-feet of torque. Sounds incredible, right? Sadly, there are plenty of reasons why this monster isn't selling. It's massive, and that means it's heavy. The battery alone makes this EV weigh over 9,000 pounds. That's nearly as much as a semi-truck's cab. Sure, it's built for off-roading, but in the city, it's a nightmare to maneuver. The price may shock you. This SUV costs $110,000, including delivery. And for that price, you'd expect a premium interior. But no, the cabin looks like a basic GMC Yukon. It has cheap materials and an uninspired design, which doesn't match the price tag. It's also wildly inefficient. Charging this beast costs more than other EVs, and its range is disappointing. The Rivian R1T charges faster, costs less, and uses electricity better. Number 10 is the Nissan Armada. The 2025 model has a twin-turbo V6 and a new off-road trim, but dealers still can't move the 2024 models. Currently, 3,151 unsold units are sitting around with a 167-day supply. Way too high. Nissan's shrinking market share makes things even worse. The Armada is the company's only true full-size SUV, competing in a segment where buyers expect top-tier quality. But the problem is that the Armada doesn't deliver. Reliability is a disaster. Owners report never-ending brake issues, steering vibration, and electrical problems. The ride feels rough, and the cabin is full of squeaks and rattles, like a cheap 90s GM car. That's not what buyers want in a luxury-priced SUV. The price is high, but not worth it. The Armada costs a premium, but lacks the polish and reliability of a Toyota Sequoia or Chevy Tahoe. With better options on the market, buyers are not interested. Instead, they're leaving the Armada to gather dust. In the 9th position is the Ford Mustang. Sales figures are in, and the news isn't good for the Ford Mustang. Last year, only 44,003 buyers took one home. That makes 2024 the worst year for Mustang sales in its 60-year history. Worse? The electric Mustang Mach-E, which many say isn't a real Mustang, outsold it by over 7,000 units. And this isn't just a one-time dip. Mustang sales have been falling for years, except for a small boost in 2023. So, what's going wrong? First, Ford locked the Mustang's computer, making it nearly impossible to tune. Car enthusiasts love modifying their Mustangs, but now you can't do much unless you buy Ford-approved parts. That alone is turning people away. Then, there's the design. The new look is polarizing. Some love it, some hate it. And the interior? That giant tablet dashboard ruins the classic feel. Buyers shy away from the price more. A two-door sports car isn't a priority when inflation hits wallets hard. Plus, the tiny back seats make it less practical. Coming at number 8 is the BMW iX M60. Dealers can't move this SUV, and it's easy to see why. Its price tag pushes buyers away. At nearly $100,000, most buyers are leasing instead of buying. Used iX50 models go for $50,000 to $55,000, while a fair price for the M60 should be $60,000 to $65,000. Then there's the competition. Tesla's Model Y has better specs for half the price. BMW's EV history isn't great, though some models, like the M5, have improved. Buyers are hesitant, knowing BMW's track record with electric cars, but not everyone is avoiding it. Some buyers trust BMW's engineering, love the luxury interior, and prefer the smoother ride over the Model Y. And of course, there's the brand name. Driving a BMW still carries status. So, what's the problem? Price and competition. Tesla is cheaper and tech-focused, while BMW is banking on luxury appeal. But at this price point, buyers just aren't biting. Number 7 is the Jeep Wrangler. The Jeep Wrangler is everywhere, but that doesn't mean it's selling well. It's one of the cheapest convertibles and among the best off-road SUVs. Plus, it holds its resale value better than most cars. Sounds great, right? Not so fast. The problem is that the price has skyrocketed. Once known for being affordable and simple, modern Wranglers cost anywhere from $40,000 to nearly $100,000. Despite the higher price, quality hasn't improved, it's worsened. Jeep used to build rugged, no-nonsense machines. Now, Fiat, a company with a terrible reliability record, owns it. That means more tech, more problems, and expensive repairs. A Jeep used to be easy to fix. Now, not so much. And let's talk about who's buying them. About 98% of Wrangler owners never leave the pavement. So why are people paying a premium for off-road features they'll never use? Worse, when something breaks, you're in for steep repair costs. Next up is the Porsche Cayenne. Prices for this SUV have shot up to insane levels. The latest model is far more expensive, making it less accessible. Buyers who once saw it as a high-performance luxury SUV are now thinking twice. Yet, for those who own one, the Cayenne is hard to beat. The V8 model's perfectly balanced power, comfort, and everyday usability. It blends performance and practicality, making it one of the best do-it-all SUVs. But here's the catch. Most people don't care. Unlike a 911 or a Lamborghini Urus, the Cayenne doesn't turn heads. It's just another big SUV on the road. For buyers spending six figures, that's a problem. If you're paying luxury money, you expect luxury attention, and the Cayenne just doesn't deliver that wow factor. Then there's the Bentley Bentayga factor. Some Porsche fans are trading up, seeing the Bentayga as a better deal for a true luxury SUV. The Cayenne is incredible to drive, but the high price, lack of flash, and competition make it a hard sell in today's market. At number 5 is the Jaguar F-Pace. Jaguar's lineup feels outdated and lacks direction. The brand plans to go fully electric, but its current models have no solid replacements. Buyers don't know if Jaguar is serious about SUVs or just waiting to phase them out. The main worry is reliability. The F-Pace is known for electrical failures, mechanical issues, and costly repairs. Luxury buyers expect refinement and dependability, but the F-Pace delivers frustration instead. Depreciation is another killer. The F-Pace loses value fast, making it a terrible investment compared to rivals like the Porsche Macan or BMW X3. Why pay premium prices for a car that won't hold its worth? The numbers say it all. The market day supply is 187, with nearly 2,000 unsold units on lots. Dealers can't move them, and buyers aren't interested. Jaguar needs a serious refresh. But until then, the F-Pace is just another luxury SUV buyers are ignoring. At number 4 is the Audi Q6 e-tron Quattro. This Audi model was supposed to be a game changer. Instead, it's sitting on dealer lots waiting for buyers. At over $65,000, you'd expect something special. But that's the problem. It's just another electric SUV in an already crowded market. Nothing about it grabs attention or makes it stand out. And then there's the charging issue. EV buyers want fast, reliable charging, but Audi still lacks a network. That means longer wait times and more hassle on road trips. Compared to Tesla, it's not even close. Reliability is not promised. It's a brand new platform, and buyers are wary of first-gen EVs. No one wants to be the test subject for Audi's latest experiment. Meanwhile, dealerships are drowning in unsold inventory. With a 330-day supply and over 3,700 units just sitting there, buyers are unconvinced. Number 3 is the Infiniti QX80 at over $84,000 to start and soaring past $112,000 fully loaded. This luxury SUV comes with a big price tag. Infiniti finally gave it a much-needed redesign, but the question is it enough? The real challenge? Tough competition? The Cadillac Escalade, Lincoln Navigator, and Mercedes GLS dominate this space. Buyers willing to spend 6 figures want a badge with serious prestige, and Infiniti doesn't have it. Then there's reliability. The old QX80 had a reputation for outdated tech and thirsty V8s, and while the new twin-turbo V6 packs 450 horsepower, some buyers already report early issues. One owner had their brand new QX80 fail within 10 days. That's not exactly confidence-inspiring, and let's not forget fuel economy. This beast still gulps gas, with just 16 miles per gallon in the city. In an era of hybrids and EVs, that's a hard sell. The numbers tell the real story. With a 330-day supply and thousands sitting unsold, dealers can't move them. Our runner-up is the Dodge Durango. The base model starts at $41,995, which isn't bad. But the high-performance SRT Hellcat trim, that'll set you back over $113,000. At that price, buyers start looking at luxury SUVs instead. Some owners love their Durangos, while others don't. Reports of oil leaks and electrical issues have raised concerns. While many owners rate the car highly, the mixed feedback makes buyers nervous. Performance is where the Durango stands out. It's got powerful V8 options and solid towing capacity. But in a market full of modern, fuel-efficient SUVs, the Durango's 21 miles per gallon average isn't helping. Competition is tough. The Kia Telluride, Hyundai Palisade, and Jeep Grand Cherokee offer more for less. Buyers want value, efficiency, and reliability, and the Durango isn't delivering right now. Finally, in the top position is the Cadillac Escalade IQ. This SUV had one job: to be the ultimate luxury EV. Instead, it's sitting on dealer lots waiting for buyers. At over $130,000, it is priced like a superstar. But instead of dominating the market, it's struggling to prove itself. Sure, it's big, flashy, and packed with tech, but for that price, buyers expect perfection, and the Escalade IQ is far from it. Reliability? That is a major red flag. Owners have already reported overheating issues and mystery failures. And because it's a brand new EV, mechanics are scratching their heads trying to fix it. Parts? Good luck. Some repairs could leave you waiting weeks just to get back on the road. Then there's the competition. If you're spending six figures, why gamble on an untested Escalade when you can get a Mercedes EQS SUV, a Tesla Model X, or a Rivian R1S with proven EV systems? Right now, the Escalade IQ is a tough sell. It's too expensive, risky, and new for buyers to trust. Some SUVs just won't sell, no matter how hard dealers try. But don't worry, many hold their value and stay reliable. Want to know which ones are worth it? Click now to watch 17 used SUVs you should buy. Because sometimes the smartest buy isn't brand new.